Okay, so good day class. So today we will discuss about general ledger. So our objectives are identify the characteristics of a ledger and determine the normal balance of a given account. Okay, so first let's know what is a ledger. Okay, a ledger is a means of accumulating in one place all of the information about changes in asset, liability, equity, income, and expense accounts. So unlike sa journal, say for example sa journal sa cash receipts journal, di ba? Ang ato rang entry dito kay katong transactions related ana nga special kind sa journal. But in the ledger, i-record din ha ang tanang information about sa changes sa asset, liability, equity, income, and expense accounts. Okay, so the same sa journal na ay gitawag og special journal, sa ledger we also have general ledger. So a general ledger is often called a T account because it resembles the letter T. So in this lesson, we will focus on the T account. Nga naman, because the T account is a simplified form of a general ledger. So ari sa ta sa simplified form, usa ta mo proceed sa pag-entry na gid sa general ledger. Okay, so for you to have an overview of what is a general ledger, so mao ni siya ang content sa general ledger. So naay heading nga general ledger, account name. So account name dili ni pangani mo as an owner but mobase ta ani sa katong chart of account. So say for example, ang account name diha is cash. Yang naka-assign nga number is 1,000, so mo na inyong i-record. Then under that, similar to journal, there should have be a date. Okay, could be the item number, then post reference number, the debited amount, the credited amount, and then the balance. Okay, so we will not focus on this. The purpose of showing this is for you to have an overview of what is or how does a general ledger looks like. Okay, so here, let's focus now on the T account. So again, the T account is a simplified form of a general ledger. So nganong gitawag siya T account? Because more resemble siya sa letter T. So unsa man day naong ani? Okay, so this is an example of the T account. Can you see or can you identify here the letter T? So kani siya daghan na letter T. Okay, so ang gitawag siya T account. Okay, so arito sa first figure. Okay, dini kani nga T account is for cash. Diba we all know that cash is an asset. So cash belongs to asset account. Okay, so we have to take note that in T account, kani nga format ang letter T, ang left side is always the debit. Again, ang left side is always the debit and the right side is always the credit. Okay, so arita sa cash. Okay, so kung maingon ta nga ni debit ta, so arita cash atong hisgutan. So what if ni debit ta? Diba our cash will increase kay debit man? Say for example, kano sa man mo increase ang atong cash or asset kung naatay ma-receive. Say for example, naka-receive tag cash. So kana siya nga pag-increase sa asset, pag-receive na tog cash, under na siya sa debit. Now, what if arita cash gihapon? So what if ni bayad ta? Okay, di ba? Ni decrease, ni gamay atong cash tungod kay ni bayad ta. And that is credit. Okay, so the next figure here is about notes payable. So when we say payable, we all know that it belongs to liability account. Okay, so unsa dining notes payable, madam? So ang notes payable or mao ni siya ang mga long-term liabilities that indicate the money A company owes to its financiers, banks, and other financial institutions, as well as the sources of funds such as friends and family. Okay, long-term liabilities kato siyang mga dugay nga mga liabilities. More than a year nimo nga liability. So that is notes payable. Diba notes payable belongs to non-current liability. Kay dugay siya, long-term siya nga liability. Okay, karon what if? Okay. Sa atong liability, atong gibayran ang atong liability. So unsay mahitabo sa atong liability kung gibayran nato? Of course, ang atong liability mo decrease. So in this side, kay ni decrease man, so na debit na. In here, what if kani notes payable gihapon sa liability account? What if nag-credit ta? Okay, nag-credit. Say for example, nang huwam ta og usab kay nag-credit man ta. So unsa may mahitabo sa atong liability? Of course, mo increase, mo taas ang ato ang liability kay ni huwam man ta ni credit man ta pag-usab pero mo debit ta si atong gibayran, mo decrease, mo ubos atong liability. Okay, so as can you observe, lahi-lahi no? Sa debit diri sa asset account, increase siya. Pero diri sa liability account, decrease ang debit. Ang ni-increase, credit. Diri sa asset account, ang ni-decrease, credit. Okay, so bali-bali, di ay siya depende sa kung unsa nga klase nga account. Okay. Okay, so karon para maka-identify jud tag unsa day ang dapat mo increase o mo decrease. Okay, let's focus now on normal balances of accounts. So I know this is very new to you, so dapat maminaw jud og unsa ni. Okay, so the normal balance of an account is the side that is positive or increasing. So mao kuno na siya ang side nga positive or increasing, di ba? Atong ibalik nga diri sa T account naa ang debit side sa left, ang credit sa right. So in here atong identify asa ana nga side ang positive. Okay, so the normal balance for asset and expense accounts is the debit side. Okay, while the income, equity, and liability is in the credit side. So, ato ni siyang subtone, diin man siya ani nga idea. Okay, now, so we will use our very common equation, the accounting equation. Okay, so what is our accounting equation? Okay, yes, our accounting equation is assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. So, unsaon na ni madam? Unsaon kapag ilang normal balance ani? Okay, so kay T account man ang atong focus karon, so ato ni siyang himuag letter T. Okay. So di ba, unsa ganito ang nasa left side sa letter T sa T account? That is the debit. Okay. So before that, kanisa ta. So, arita sa assets. Okay, nga naman ni siya. So, ito i-consider nga kaning equals diri mo ni ang boundary nila sa left side o sa right side. Okay, arita. Di ba niingon ang normal balance mo na siya ang side nga ni-increase or positive. So, mangutan ako kung assets man atong hisgutan. How to increase? Unsaon pag-increase sa atong assets? Di ba we have to debit para mudako, mutaas ang ato ang asset. Now, karon unsaon man pag-increase ang liabilities or owner's equity? Unsaon man pagtaas sa atong mga obligasyon ug owner's equity? Mo debit ba ta or mo credit? We have to credit para mo taas ang liabilities. Ang focus sa normal balances class kung unsay atong buhaton para mo increase ang kanang account. For example kato, ang account nga asset para mo increase dapat mo debit. Ang account nga liabilities para mo increase, mo taas ang atong liabilities, magngutang patag usab, mo credit pa ta. Owner's equity, the same nature sa liabilities, mo credit ta. Okay. But these are only the three elements of financial statements: assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. But we have actually 5. So, naa pa ni kulang. Unsa may kulang, madam? Okay, so ang kulang ani kay mao ang mga elements nga maka-affect sa owner's equity unsa man. First is the income or revenue. Income and revenue is the same. And the second is expenses. Diba? We can see that elements in the SCI, or Statement of Comprehensive Income. And we can see these three elements here in the balance sheet or Statement of Financial Position. So, kana siya nga mga financial statements, kung ati combine na siya 5 elements. So, ang kulang ani si income or revenue o si expenses, which is kaning duha maka-affect sa owner's equity. Maka-epekto siya. Say, for example, kani, income. Kung naa kay income, what will happen to your owner's equity? Of course, it will increase or mapunan ang imong owner's equity. Now, what if you have expenses? Of course, ang imong owner's equity mo gamay, mo decrease. Okay, so karon, diba, ang income nato makapa-increase sa owner's equity. And makita nato diri unsaon pag-increase sa owner's equity? Mo credita. Karon, ang income ba diba maka-increase sa owner's equity? Therefore, unsa ang income? Unsa iyang normal balance? Debit or credit balance? Ang iyang normal balance is credit, kay si income makapadako sa equity. Karon, unsay makapadako sa equity? Under sa credit. Therefore, si income, credit. Karon, ang expenses, diba, makapagamay, makapa-decrease sa owner's equity. Therefore, dili siya credit. Instead, under siya sa debit balance. So, kung ang normal balance sa expenses, debit. Okay, so para ma-summarize ni ang ato ang figures diri, ato ang chart, kaya ito siyang himuag mas hapsay. Okay, so mao ni ang mga normal balances of accounts. So, ang accounts diri, ang 5 elements or 5 types of accounts ang atong focus. So, diri, okay, arita sa debit, left side, credit, right side. The accounts tahan, normal balances of accounts in the account. Okay, ang sa ito'y mga debit, si asset ug ang income, expenses, sorry. Okay, again, sa debit, asay makapa-increase sa ato ang assets o expenses ang debit. So, manay nakuha na to sa figure ganihang anong na debit maning expenses, madam. Tungod kay ang expenses makapaubos sa owner's equity. Ang owner's equity, unsay makapataas niya? Credit. So, therefore, ang yang makapaubos, debit. Kay makapaubos man ang expenses sa owner's equity, debit siya. Okay, so on the right side, ang credit, unsa man tay mga elements nga under sa normal balance nga credit. Okay, so mao ni siya ang liabilities. Okay, para mo taas ang liabilities, that we have to credit. Para mo taas ang owner's equity, we have again to credit. Okay, and also income will follow. Kaya nga naman, si income makapa-increase the owner's equity. Unsa ganito ibuhaton para mo-increase ang owner's equity? That will be credit. Dapat ma-credit balance siya. Okay, so ang income belongs to credit balance. Ang iyang normal balance. Okay, para sa riyon siya timan-an, let's use a learning device. So, pang-elementary ni siya. So, gitawag ni mnemonics. So, man ni madam. Okay, arita sa debit. So, atong timan-an nga ang debit mao si A o si E. Ang credit mao si I, O, U. Okay? These are the vowels, the A, I, O, U. So, si debit, si A, I. Unsa man si A? Assets. I, expenses. O, arita ni credit, si I, O, ug U. Or I, O, U. Okay? I for income. O for owner's equity. U for, it could be utang or liabilities. Okay, so money ang timanan ha. So, if the account presented in a certain situation gani includes some assets, so kana siya, ang normal balance ana niya nga asset is debit balance. Ha? Okay, ang sa ganito ng normal balance, madam, mauna ang side sa T account nga makapa-increase. So, mauna ang makapa-increase sa asset, dapat mo debit. Okay, sige. Okay, now, to check your understanding, let's have here some questions which or wherein we have to answer true or false. Okay, so unsa maun maniron? Okay, number 1. Okay, number 1, in a T account, debits are always recorded on the left side, while credits are always recorded on the right side. Is this true or false? Okay, so yes, this is true. Ha, basta debit ana i-record sa left side sa T account, ang credit sa right side. Okay, for question number 2 or item number 2, a liability account would have a normal debit balance. Okay, so when we say liability or utang, so asam ni nabilong na siya sa IOU, di ba? U or utang, liability, belongs to normal credit balance. Unya nakabutang diri normal debit balance, so therefore this is false. Okay? Then, equity accounts can never have credit balance. Ang equity accounts kuno can never have a credit balance. Okay? For example, equity accounts, ang gipasabot dili lang ni ang owner's equity jud nga say moingon tang iyang kapital, but pwede sad ang iyang withdrawals, di ba? So ato rang gi-generalize ganiha nga ang equity under siya sa credit balance kung focus na to is iyang capital or naa niya profit. But kung moingon gani tag equity like withdrawals of his or her equity sa owner, withdrawal meaning okay, muubos ang iyang equity. Kay muubos iyang equity, dili na siya credit, diba? Ang credit sa equity is para increase. Now, what if withdrawal sa equity? Withdrawal of investment, ang buhaton sa owner. So, diba? Pwede siya mahimo debit. So, this is false. Again, ang equity magdepende sa situation presented. So, if I presented a withdrawal of a certain investment, so that will be a decrease in your equity. So when we say that is a decrease in your equity, this is same as an expenses from your equity, so that will be a debit. So sometimes an equity account can have a debit balance, so that is false. Okay, for number 4, if an asset account has a credit balance, it indicates that the asset has decreased. Diba? Ang asset, unsay makapa-increase sa asset? That is debit balance. What if credit balance, sakto lang ba nga maka-increase nga ni decrease iyang asset? Okay, this is true. Diba? Kay kung debit balance pa ni meaning ni increase iyang asset. Kay diba? Normal balance is the increase. Okay, kay di credit balance man ni meaning wala ni increase ni decrease. Okay, for revenue accounts are increased by debit. So, as we all know, revenue is the same as income. Okay, so revenue accounts are increased by debit. So, income belongs to the normal credit balance. So, dili siya increased by debits, dapat increased by debits. Diba? Kaya ang normal balance, ang makapa-increase ni income is credit. Sa EOU, diba? Nabilong siya, it belongs to the right side, which is credit. Okay, ang makapa-increase niya, credit, dili debit. So, therefore, this is false. Okay, so I think that's all for this lesson. So if you have any further questions, you can message on our Google Classroom. Okay, please be guided with our activity number 2 regarding this lesson. So that would be all. Thank you and God bless everyone.